welcome to the vlog. Welcome to the Bergie Blender. My headline said that another member of Trump's staff quit. Also, he's being sued by an adult film star. So those were my CNN headlines, and now they're yours. Welcome to the vlog. Home from work. Maddie wants to know if we're doing Generation Gap today. And I thought about it, and we should. So get ready for another installment of Generation Gap. Generation Gap segment, we're going to talk about video games. I know you all probably think I'm really old, but even when I was a kid, there was video games. It started for me with like Frogger, Pitfall, Galaga,
Tetris too.
Pac-Man. All of these were available on the Atari. And then after the Atari, there was Nintendo, and there was two basic names that made up my childhood, Mario and Sonic. They were pretty much you didn't do Sonic?
I didn't have one, but my neighbor did.
Oh, I played a lot of Sonic and a lot of Mario. And then a little later, as I was in high school, I kind of dropped out of video games. Like, they weren't cool anymore. Do you remember when video games really weren't that cool? Like, after Sega and Super Nintendo came out, like...
I got a Game Boy.
Game Boy was cool. But then after a while, like, video games weren't cool anymore.
No.
Like, and then PlayStation came out right as I was, like, in high school. And Crash Bandicoot came out. And Crash was, like, the new Sonic or Mario. And it's pretty much just skyrocketed since then. But that's all we really had when I was a kid. The Atari and the Nintendo. And I remember... Do you remember what you had to do with every time you wanted to play a Nintendo game?
Like a harmonica.
Blow into your game to get the dust out to make it work. And you couldn't save games back then, so you just played until somebody walked by and bumped your Nintendo and the screen went blue, or you got bored or tired. And you know, if you had to go to dinner, you paused it and hoped nothing bad happened because that was it. So kids don't know how good they got it these days with the video games. Let's find out what they're playing. So today for Generation Gap, we're doing video games.
Video games?
Video games. Because
Okay.
video games started, they were cool when I was a kid, and they're cool when you're a kid. I know you're a girl and you're not like a big gamer, but what are your favorites? Like, what are the coolest games that you enjoy to play?
I don't know. I don't really play any video games.
But if you could just pick a game, and I've seen you play video games, like, what games do you like to play? If all the boys left and you're all by yourself and you get to play a video game.
I would play the Fortnite.
Fortnite?
And then
I've never heard of Fortnite. What's that? Just kidding. I'm kidding. Everybody knows what Fortnite is.
Or I like to drive the cars around in GTA.
But you don't actually do the missions in Grand Theft Auto. You just like to drive the cars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't even really do anything in Grand Theft Auto but like drive cars and get the cops called on her.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
What about NBA 2K or whatever?
I hate football and basketball.
Oh. What about like a baseball game? No?
No.
Have
No
you ever heard of,
sports.
let me ask you this, have you ever heard of Frogger?
Is that on the Nintendo?
No, it was on the Atari.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of an Atari?
Is it like a Game Boy?
No. It's like a console, like a Nintendo or a PlayStation or whatever.
Oh.
How about Pitfall? Centipede?
No.
Galaga?
Oh no. Yeah, I heard Galaga before.
Because you played it with me. Haven't you played Galaga with me?
No.
You
I don't
shoot
think
the
I played
aliens?
it with you, but
Oh.
I played it on a Pac-Man
Do you
machine
know
before.
what us adults had to do when we were younger and our games didn't work for Nintendo?
Oh, you had to go on your phone, so...
Oh, we didn't have phones
What a
then.
rough life. When your games didn't work...
Yeah, when we were little.
You...
How did we make the game work is what I'm asking you. Do
You
you know?
smacked it. Like,
No.
that's what they
No, we used to blow in it. We used to have to pick the thing up, the cartridge, and go like this.
Oh.
And then make the game work. Pretty neat, huh? Don't you wish you could do that now?
No.
All your games are online. You don't need this is your area of expertise. All right. So we're talking about video games for Generation Gap.
Okay.
So what are the coolest games?
Fortnite.
What else? Everybody knows Fortnite. What else is there? What's
COD
cool?
3.
What?
COD 3.
What?
Minecraft?
Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Oh, you said COD 3. Oh, I see. Okay, what else is there? What else is cool? What about Grand Theft Auto?
Yo, I don't even play that game.
What about Crash Bandicoot?
What is that?
What about, let's see, Altered Beast?
Huh?
Contra? Frogger? Pitfall? No? Not Centipede? No? Nothing? Donkey Kong? Have you heard of Donkey Kong? Alright, what about Mario? Do you know the Mario theme song? You don't know Mario? Dun, dun, dun. What? Dun, 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 dun. Dun,
Yeah,
dun.
yeah.
Okay. What's Mario's brother's name?
Luigi, yo.
All right. See, you got it. What are the cool games that everybody's playing right now?
I don't know. Fortnite is basically the only cool game.
What else is out there? What do you like to play besides Fortnite? If you were going to play a video game.
Maybe Call of Duty World War II.
Okay. What's Mario's brother's name?
Wario.
Wario?
Yeah, if you actually look it up, it is
All right.
Wario.
So what's his other brother's name?
Luigi.
Okay. What is their occupation?
Plumbers.
Okay. All right. What is the theme song to Mario?
Yeah. The theme song.
Mario theme song.
It's a Mario. I don't know.
No. Dun dun dun.
Well, oh, you wanted me to sing it? Okay.
Yeah. Could you? How's it go?
Okay. Dun 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 dun.
Oh. Yeah. Well, thanks for your participation in this. Thanks for taking 10 seconds away from your busy gaming
Yeah.
life. Yeah. Let's talk about like dreams, aspirations. At 36 years old, I have not given up on my dreams, and I will never give up on my dreams. And that would be to be like one of the biggest entertainers of people in the world, or like a mogul, or like just like I'm a somebody already. I will always be a somebody, but I always aspire to be somebody more. Which brings me to the sweetest march in the game. Here's the thing, like, to some out there, it's probably like 100% like, he's making shirts. That's true. But Nike started somewhere. Vineyard Vines started somewhere. Hollister started somewhere. Gap started somewhere. All these brands of clothing started somewhere, whether in a basement or a garage. They all started with a design and a plan, and they went from there. So explain to me why the Blender brand can't be something everybody is wearing someday. Explain that to me. I understand. I'm not a fashion icon. I don't know a ton about fashion, but I could be. Did the guy that created Nike, did he know all this stuff about fashion when he developed a swoosh and said just do it? It's just sometimes things catch the eye of others and they're just catchy. So like people have asked me like, you only have 200 some odd subscribers, like what's the point of selling merchandise? Because I don't consider, I know that's the initial thought, is that the Bergie Blender logo is directly related to the YouTube channel, and of course it is. I mean, it started with a YouTube channel, but it started with a YouTube channel, and then after a YouTube channel, it was a Facebook Live thing, and then so on and so on and so on, because I will continue to push that brand, the Blender brand, and that's what this is, me pushing the brand. My hope isn't that just subscribers and people that watch the Bergie Blender buy the Blender brand of clothing. My hope is that what happens is people buy that brand of clothing. People want to have a blender on their sleeve. As ridiculous as that sounds, people want to have a shirt that says maybe like hit the puree button to keep on blending and understand the motivational value of it.
And it starts there, and those same people are the ones that then subscribe and start watching the YouTube channel. So they go hand in hand, but it's a reverse plan of what everybody thinks. So I guess the moral of the story is push for whatever you want. And right now, that's what I want. I'm going to push for it because I will never give up on dreams.
It's time for the Landon Bergie.
Joke of the day. What did the grape say when he was pinched?
I don't know. What did the grape say when he was pinched?
Nothing. He just gave a little whine. Oh, well, there is your own day.
Another day, another dollar. This day is over on the Bergie Blender. If you have made it this far into the vlog, 'cause it's kind of a long one today because of the generation gap, don't forget that t-shirts are on order and will be available very, very soon. So if you want a Bergie Blender t-shirt, the sweetest merch in the game, be sure to let me know now. You want one, right?
Duh.
Yeah, and I want one, or 10, because they're going to be in different colors and sizes, and
We're only gonna have 3 colors though to start with.
3 awesome colors. Awesome, awesomer, and awesomest. Those are the color shades. And until tomorrow, Blender Blades, hit the puree button,
And keep on blending.
and make sure you subscribe. Cam drop.
Everywhere I go is home, every town and every road, every song I've ever known, carried in my bones.